Kieselguhr filtration is the standard in the brewing industry, but many brewers are searching for alternatives. That's why I would like to talk about filtration without kieselguhr. Let's do that with Schneid and Jörg Zacharias. Welcome. So let's start right from the beginning. What is important about filtration in general?
The consumer is expecting a bright and clear product when he is drinking a beer. So this is achieved by the filtration process in the brewery, where with the use of filter aid or a membrane filter, the beer can get this quality. The second target of beer filtration is to increase the shelf life of the beer. By beer filtration, the chemical and physical stability of the beer is improved.
I mentioned in the beginning that many brewers are searching for alternatives. Why is kieselguhr being questioned at all?
One reason is that the waste kieselguhr is disposed after filtration as a fertilizer on the field. But many countries are discussing at the moment if this should be forbidden in the future. And then it would become expensive and a problem for breweries to get rid of the waste kieselguhr.
And the second aspect here is regarding health. World Health Organization categorized kieselguhr as probably critical for health. And this leads to health problems probably for brewers, and this is an upcoming aspect.
So it's good to have two great alternatives to kieselguhr filtration. I would like to talk about both of them, Krones Celcare and Phoebus membrane filter. Let's start with Krones Celcare. What is it? Could you give us an overview?
Krones Celcare is a mixture of two different celluloses and two different perlites. This mixture is causing a compressible filter cake, which is the big difference to a filter cake made of kieselguhr, which is incompressible. Therefore, we developed a new way of controlling the filter process, which means that the brewery has to adapt the filter with a small mechanical modification and a change in the software. Then the brewery is able to replace kieselguhr by Krones Celcare as a filter aid. When doing this, there's no cancer-causing substances anymore in the filter aid, which means there's no risk of health problems for the operator. And also, the question of disposal of the waste filter aid is no problem anymore in the future, as there for sure is no problem putting it to a field as a fertilizer. And it can be easily used on existing filter plants, which makes the investment very low for the small modification of software and the mechanical part.
So another alternative would be the membrane filter Phoebus. Could you please give us an overview about the technological advantages?
Yes, for sure. The Phoebus system is running completely without filter aids. There the filtration takes place with membranes. Membranes with a material of polyether sulfone with a pore size of 0.45 microns. And there we have a few specific aspects in this plant. One is that we have a serial connection of these membrane modules, which leads to optimized energy consumption and minimized diameters of pipes and connections. Another aspect is that we have a few control possibilities. One is control of the flow by transmembrane pressure, and the other one is a flow control of the filtrate. Further, we have the possibility to change the flow directions of the cross flow, which leads to a better optimized use of the filter surface of the membrane. And at least there is another one. It's a possibility of several backflush directions in the membrane module, which also leads to optimized CIP procedures in the system. It leads to the advantages which we conclude here. This is a full automated filtration system without filter aid and optimized media consumption and energy consumption.
So thank you very much for giving us an overview about the alternatives to kieselguhr filtration. Thank you.